Well, good morning, my friend. Welcome to the Pastor's Podcast Thursday morning. And what a great service we had last night in church. I think we had 4 people saved on a Wednesday night Bible study. What an exciting time in church as we learned about some things that how to on the Christian home. And now we're looking forward to today. We're getting geared up for Vacation Bible School. I saw our decorator in today, and she's getting ready to get some things ready before Sunday. I think by Monday, actually, but she's getting all the work done this week and just things busy around the church. Got the church building just about finished in its painting. And on the outside, we've the new auditorium building, we finally got it to where we got it painted, and it's looking good. And looking forward to seeing what God's going to do in our church this weekend. Father's Day, gotta be in church, my friend. You make sure that you're in church. Bring someone with you. If you don't have a dad, then invite somebody else to be your dad. That would be a wonderful thing, would it not? And I'd encourage you to do that. You'll find that to be a great help. And just get somebody in church this Sunday with you. Well, today let's talk about consider her ways. In Proverbs chapter 6 and verses 6 through 8, it says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise. Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest." The ant is one of the hardest working insects. As little as the ant is, it is amazing how much it accomplishes. God is so impressed with the ant that he commands the sluggard to consider the ways of the ant. If one considered her ways, there are many things one can learn. Now let's consider the ways of the ant so we can apply them to our work ethic. So first, the ant needs no guide to tell it how to do what it needs to do. It just figures out a way to get it done. That's critical in life. The best worker is the one who doesn't always have to be told how to do things, but they use their brain to figure out how to get things done. Most workplaces are filled with people working while their brain is asleep. You're not needed if someone has to guide you every time you are to do something on the job. A little common sense goes a long ways on the job, my friend, by thinking about what needs to be done and how to do it without anyone telling you how to do it. You could accomplish a whole lot more on the job if you used your brain. That's why God gave it to you, to figure out how to do things and to do them more efficiently. Second, the ant needs no overseer to look over their shoulder to make sure they're working. Now, you're a terrible worker if someone always has to look over your shoulder to make sure that you're working. I'm not saying that people don't work, but many only work hard once a boss comes around. Now, the ant works to its fullest strength without anyone having to look over it. Now, if you work your hardest all the time, even without supervision looking over your shoulder to make you work hard, you would quickly rise to a higher position at your place of employment. Employers need people, get this now, who work at peak performance without anyone watching over them. You're stealing from your boss if you only work at peak performance when they walk through and see you. Third, the ant needs no ruler to make them work. Your boss can't make you go to work every day. They can't do that. Just because you get a little sniffle doesn't mean you should stay home. Too many people are looking for reasons not to go to work when they should be the type of employee that can be depended on always to be there. I would rather my employer tell me I have to take days off because I'm going to lose all my paid off days and run out of my personal days and sick days and lose pay because I didn't show up. I think of a man in our church. I think he said he's got like 3 months of days he's got to take because he has so many days he's not taken off. And he says, I feel uncomfortable doing this, but he's got all these days he's having to take off because he's not. Now, I'd rather have that kind of a guy than the kind of guy who's using everything up because he has it there. Now, the key to these things is character. Character is what makes you think. It's what makes you work at peak performance all the time. And it's what causes you to show up without someone making you show up. The reason we have so little amount of hard workers is because we lack so many people that have character to do these things. My friend, character makes you go to work when you don't feel like going to work. Character demands you work hard because it's the right thing to do. Character challenges you to think about how to get things done without someone having to tell you how to do it all the time. Now, my question for you is this: do you have the character of an ant? I'd hate to think that an ant works harder than me. These things should not be hard to do if you're saved, because these are traits the Holy Spirit leads us to do if we're yielded to Him. If you get the character of an ant, you'll find yourself being one of the best employers in your place of employment. You'll give God a good name because of your testimony as a Christian, showing others Christians can work hard. Christians ought not to be the poorest workers. They ought to be the hardest workers. God taught us that we're to work. He worked hard to create this world, and He works hard every day to make sure a whole world is cared for. Now, the least we can do wherever we work, let's be the hardest workers in the place that we work. Let's do our best. Why? Because we represent Christ everywhere we work. We're His representative. And sometimes the best way to witness to people, be a hard worker. Then when you go to talk to them, they can say, I like this guy. He's got character. She's got character. And they'll listen to you more readily if you have the character to do right and work hard. My friend, I hope this is a great help to you. Now, let's remember today, be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.